Hey, what's up, suppers? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to the Suit Up Podcast. The Suit Up Pod can be found on iTunes and Spotify. Smash those 5 stars. Leave a review. If you guys are watching us here on the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, below. Huge show for you guys today. We are talking the top comic book movies of all time. We've got Movies Matrix. We've got Geekly Goods. We've got 12 teams of a comic book movie draft. We are picking our top 5 favorite comic book movies of all time. Live action, animated, no Star Wars. You guys know how divisive that can get. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you check out my guys at Geekly Goods on Twitter and geeklygood.com. Check out our guys at Movies Matrix on Twitter and moviesmatrix.com. I hope you guys enjoy the draft. We'll roll the credits and start with the number 1 pick. Thanks, guys.
I am Iron Man.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
The Force will be with you, always.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
I could do this all day. What's but a smile on that face?
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the first annual comic book movie draft. On the clock is my man Gabriel. Follow him on Twitter at FilmOpinionitis. Go ahead, Gabriel. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why do you love comic book movies, man?
Hey everyone. I have a blog. It's filmopinionitis.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram with the same name. I love comic book movies because I love these characters. I love comic book characters, and I feel like there's a sense of grandeur with these characters, and just see them, coming off the page. There's nothing like watching a good adaptation of a great comic, because you can just feel what you felt when you read a comic or when you watched the TV show, because many of us work with, comic book based TV shows. So there's something to watching them, and there's a lot of fun and entertainment that I just, there's a certain feeling that I have every time I watch a good one. So moving on to my pick, I don't think there's a better way to start this, and I don't think there's a better pick than this one, because this is not just one of the best comic book movies ever made. It's one of the best films ever made, period. And it's The Dark Knight.
Yes.
I think very few people would disagree. I see some people that are angry that I took it. Like, what were you expecting? It's not like I was gonna pick. It's not like I was gonna pick.
Taking that off my list.
It's an amazing movie. It's got great characters. It's it transcends the genre of comic book movies. There's just a before and after The Dark Knight, and I feel like the movies really started to take it themselves seriously after The Dark Knight, because they were, a lot of The Dark Knight plays with a crime genre, right? So because of The Dark Knight, we got movies like Logan, or we got movies like even Joker, which I don't like, but whatever. I'm sure somebody's gonna pick. It just became, you can play with these characters in a certain genre, and I think The Dark Knight does that really well. So that's my pick.
Love it. The Dark Knight, surprisingly, is off the list. Sorry, guys. Dark Knight went number 1.
Obviously.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of Dark Knight now.
All right, next up,
I'm not gonna get anything.
Next up, we have Amanda with the number 2 pick. Tell us why you love comic book movies. Tell us a little about yourself. Go ahead.
Sure. Ever since I was a kid, I would watch comic book movies. The MCU was my first love. Spider-Man was my first love. And then I got into the comics because of the Avengers, and I kept reading, did more research, and I just love that they take you to another world. And you get to explore their worlds, explore the character dynamics. I love the interactions between all of them. And yeah, I write for my own website, candidxcinema.com, and I also write for Geekly Goods with Leo right there. Yeah, so I write for them, and it's a lot of fun. I love comic book movies. I can talk about them all day. And my pick, favorite comic book movie of all time is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Dang it! No, I just replaced Dark Knight with that.
No, I
Great.
So I love Captain America more than anything. I've read all of his comics, and I love what he stands for. I love Sam Wilson as Falcon. I love Bucky Barnes as Winter Soldier, obviously, and it is the best MCU film. Please fight me afterwards, but
Not
it
here.
is
right.
the best
Not
thing
nothing
ever.
coming here.
Yes, Todd. I saw the shirt, man. I'm sorry if I grabbed yours, but like I'm so sorry. But I love it so much. I've watched it like over 50 times the year that it came out, and like it doesn't get old. It's so like amazing, and the fight scenes are probably the most like amazing things ever.
Yep.
It's executed so well. The choreography was excellent, and then that like face reveal is just one of the best freaking moments I've ever had in a theater, and it was awesome. So that's my pick. Yeah.
Can I
Well
just
done.
butt in real fast about Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
I also just like how they incorporated Winter Soldier into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., okay? That is one of the best ways that they incorporated the MCU to it.
Love it. All right. Next up, we have Loretto. Follow him on Twitter at Marcellus Durden, part of Movies Matrix. How you doing, Lo? You're muted. You're muted.
You're
bro.
muted, pal.
Get on
You're
mute,
muted.
bro.
Don't give us a low blow. Oh, am I right?
Ryan, you should try and do stand-up.
Ryan, you're corny.
All right, you got to hit unmute. Got to hit unmute, man.
Oh,
Hit
shit.
the mute
Button. I was talking.
Yikes.
God damn it. All right, hey, what's up, guys? Hey. I just got off of work, and luckily my office has these really cool conference rooms. So there's that. I'm the co-host for Suit Up Podcast. For people that don't know, I proofread and full-time write for Movies Matrix. Check it out if you guys have time. It's wonderful. I think comic book movies connect people, and they connected me because a lot like fantasy and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, it's like the best form of escapism because the things they could do, you know, the supernatural things, the extraordinary things they could do is fantastic to read, watch, witness. And I grew up on the X-Men the animated series, Spider-Man animated series, Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, Batman the animated series, and all of those shows like was part of my childhood. So to see all this stuff now and how good it is now, we're truly blessed to be in this time. With that being said, Dark Knight, that's a no-brainer. It has to go number one. Winter Soldier is incredible. It broke ground. I gotta go with what I feel is the first time an annual appeared on screen, and I'm talking about Avengers: Infinity War. Up until that point, we had never seen the sheer magnitude of Doctor Strange with Iron Man fighting Thanos and Star-Lord flicking him off and Spider-Man kicking him in the face. Like, we have never seen that on screen, ever. And as a comic fan, how can you not be excited? And not just that, the sheer, like, filmmaking part that went into the emotions of the writing, who didn't, like, break down when the snap happened? I mean, you could hear a pin drop in the theater when in my showing. There was sold out silence, and everybody was shook. The second Pete said, "I don't feel so good," I was wrecked. Spider-Man's my favorite hero, but yeah, I think Avengers: Infinity War is one of the most finest accomplishments in comic film history.
There it is.
Right, I just want to pitch in real quick. Lo, I am never inviting you on the podcast ever again, my friend. Thank you very much.
What an Infinity War to follow.
Oh,
That
so
was never
butthurt.
happening. Too bad.
Salty.
You're invited. He's joking.
I'm so
I had so
salty.
much fun last time. Gosh.
But you picked Infinity War, pal. You
So
picked
bitter.
Infinity War.
So bitter.
Oh, shots fired.
Dude, it's done. It's
We're
done.
We're not even halfway through round one. Let's go.
I know. What the hell?
It's done.
Oh,
This is going
God.
to get real intense, guys.
Yeah,
gonna get heated.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Next
Let's
up, we
move
have
on.
my man Isaac. Follow him on Twitter at Pixar Nude Pixar Nerd.
Pixar Nude.
Not that kind of show. All right, Isaac, tell us a little about yourself. Why do you love comic book movies, man?
Well, I'm an artist and just I just like watching the art that the comic books have transform onto the screen. It's really cool just to watch the the panels come to life. Let's say that. And also, I just like comic books and superheroes. Okay, that's just like my favorite part.
Absolutely. What's your pick, dude?
My pick is Batman 1989.
Wow, nicely done. All right, going old school. Love it.
Can we just talk about how great of a cinematic masterpiece that one scene in that movie with Joker stealing the paintings from the museum with Prince playing in the background is? Because that is it's one of my favorite parts. Okay.
So good. I mean, just all time. Next up, we have the Big Daddy. He is Ryan. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. It is at just Ryan again. What's going on, Ryan?
Yo, what's going on, guys? I appreciate half of you right now, only half, but
Wait,
it's
am I
fine.
part of that half?
It's
Am I part
fine.
of that
It's
half?
fine. I'm coming in with the big guns. Right now, guys. I just want to say I'm a part of Geekly Goods, Movie Matrix, and me and my semi-awesome co-host now, AJ. We do a podcast called The Geek Fix. Fuck, I messed my own name up, but it's fine. I'm gonna get in with my number one pick. So we got Dark Knight. That's a good movie, right, Gabriel? That is a good movie. And then we got Winter Soldier. Whatever happened to Summer Soldier? The fuck? That's what I said. And then I don't even want to say his name because he took my pick. But Lo wanted to go with Infinity War. Quick fact, bro. I can't even speak to it. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Isaac. He came with the ballsy pick I was not expecting. You got some balls, man. I'll give you that. Batman 1989.
You don't like Batman 89?
No, I love it, man. But sure, shit wasn't on top of my list. But dude, you coming out with the big guns. So I got to come out with the big guns either. So I'm not gonna lie. I was between the first Avengers. I mean, Infinity War is my first pick ever, but you see where that is now. And then I'm between Avengers Endgame. So now I'm a little mixed up in my head. But I'm definitely not choosing the first Avengers. I'm doing Endgame. I'm doing Endgame, bro.
Of course.
I'm doing Endgame. So, dude,
I called this happening. I swear to God, I did.
Wait, 1 second. I'm just gonna see what Leo said for what he thought was gonna happen.
I'm telling you. So, Endgame is the second best Avengers movie to me. I like Infinity War a little bit more because I think it was a little bit more ambitious with the way everything was, and I thought it was filmed perfectly to have three different storylines to kind of coincide with one another and then come together at the end. I think it had a better flow than Endgame. But Endgame, dude, Endgame is 10 years worth of 23 films to a climactic battle, and they had to think of a resolution to one of the most, I would say, jaw-dropping movies to any comic book movie in history. So I'm going to say Avengers Endgame, and it's tied with the most amount of times I've rewatched in the theater with Infinity War. I watched Infinity War and Endgame 7 times in the theater. Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Did you watch the re-release?
Yes, I did. I saw the ugly-ass, unedited
Hulk.
CGI Hulk. Yes.
Yes.
Die Hard. Come at me.
I have the poster that they gave in my gaming area.
Awesome. Nice pick. Next up, we have my man Todd. I can't explain how many times I wanted Todd to come onto our pod, but here he is. We finally got him. He is the man of Movies Matrix. He is the man at Superhero Poll. How you doing, Todd?
Hey, man, not too bad. Yeah, this is cool. This is like, we've been kind of teaming up between almost all of us at one time, and it's been, great. So just love it. Love that we're getting together as a group, which is cool.
It's amazing. So what do you love about comic book movies, and give us your pick, dude?
Oh, man, as you can tell, I'm ancient. So, it was like Superman the movie for me. When you saw Christopher Reeve and Chad knows, it's like he's my favorite probably casting ever, just because the way he played not only Superman, but Clark. It was a completely different character. The actor, Reeve, is just so missed. It's not my pick right now, but that's how it kind of started, and I grew up in the era of, I'm a 70s kid. I grew up in Super Friends, Challenge of the Super Friends, all that stuff. So this is a tough one because I'm going to maybe pick against my favorite comic book movie of all time that's still on the board. And Spider-Verse is there, which I think crushed it. I mean, all honesty, I'm not a huge animation fan when it comes to this genre as much as, a lot of people. I watch them, but this animation blew me away. I actually went with my girlfriend and her 2 kids, and she's not a CM fan, and she came out impressed as hell. So that kind of told me, this was something different, and it was. It blew my mind in the theater. So Spider-Verse, I'm going again. As many probably do.
And it was mine too.
Dude, I feel so bad. Leo,
I'm having to replace mine
really
now.
curious to know what you're gonna
Good
pick
job,
now.
man.
I'm had to change my stuff around now.
Bro, Todd, when you said the first Superman movie, I put that shit on the list, and then you want to retract that? Now I had to delete it.
I love it, Todd. Good job.
This is not necessarily my favorite. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll just full disclosure, Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite comic movie ever.
So why did you pick that one then?
Well,
Come on.
He still has 4 choices, Joe.
No, that's going against Guardians sucks, and you just can't go against Spider-Verse in my opinion right now at this spot. So all good.
God
Well
damn,
done.
bro.
Well, I'm not gonna
We're
lie.
coming out with the heat.
That was my number one. That was
my number one too.
Same here. That was my number
Bro, AJ, you thought you were gonna get that for your number one?
100%.
Homie went in on his co-host. Damn.
Okay, let's see.
All right, guys, let's move on. So I'm up next. I am Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. I'm one of the partners of the Painted Lines, one of the co-hosts of the Suit Up podcast. Suit Up Pod is like a love letter to just anything comic book movies, Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, you name it. I'm lucky enough to have my man Loretto be my co-host. Love you, bro. But man, you fucking rock. So a little bit about me. I love to write about sports. I love to write about film. I've done beat work for the NBA. Especially with the G League affiliate with the Philadelphia 76ers. So I also I love sports. So I love sports. I do a podcast called the Party on Broad podcast. And, little fun fact, I had a couple months ago, Vince Papali join me. He was the inspiration of Invincible, who Mark Wahlberg played in the movie. So we talked a lot about the movie. We talked about his career in Philadelphia. We talked about what was different from the movie and all that. So it was really, really cool. It kind of brought together my 2 loves. My major, favorite moment of doing all this though was interviewing Kevin Conroy. And I don't give a fuck what any of you say. The number one Batman is Kevin Conroy. And I've interviewed NBA stars, and I've never been so scared shitless than interviewing Kevin Conroy and talking about Batman. That is my Batman. So that's a little bit about me. Why do I love comic book movies, man? Like, it resides in my soul. It is the very essence of my soul. I grew up loving comic book movies, reading comic books. You look around the world is a fucking shit show. And comic book movies kind of give you a sense of hope, a sense of optimism. And I just love it. So on to my pick. You stole my pick, you fucking asshole, Todd. I'm so upset about this. I'm going to go with a movie that kind of threw me back.
Come on.
It threw me back, and I was so upset. It is a culmination of, I think, 17 years for this actor playing this role. It is my favorite movie, my favorite character of all time. Probably one of my favorite actors of all time. And that last scene of him just screaming through the forest, when you hear him scream, that's fucking Wolverine. I'm going with Logan, one of the best comic book movies of all time. It was R-rated. It still just continues this day. Just throw me in a waterfall of crying and just emotion-filled mess. I'm going with Logan.
Yes.
No.
Very nice. I bawled like a baby.
Bro,
with that
Leo
movie.
is the big mad right now.
I
The
cried.
biggest mad.
So angry.
I think like for 3 days later, I was just a mess after that movie. I could not stop crying. Unreal. I loved it.
I actually got a funny story that goes with this movie. So I went to the opening night of the film. I live in New York City, if no one knows. So I went to like the movie theaters in Times Square. Not the most optimal position to be in, but I didn't look at what trains were going to be shut down. after the movie because I caught a midnight movie, and it's early March and it's fucking freezing in New York City, and my ass was wearing short sleeves and shorts to a midnight movie in the middle of winter, pretty much. So
Why were you wearing that in winter?
Don't question it. Don't question it. So I get out of the theater at like 2:33 in the morning. I got my fucking 55-year-old grandmother that saw it with me because she wanted to see it, and none of the trains are running. No one would pick us up on Uber, and I had to wait an hour for a train to get home. Boom.
Oh.
Okay.
Last credit.
Were you?
Bro, you know what? None of you live in New York. You don't understand the hustle. Come on. You don't understand the hustle. Sorry.
All right, let's go, Leo.
Were you
I
crying
can't wait
for
for
that
this.
whole hour?
I can't wait for this.
Leo.
Oh, man.
Let's
Well,
keep it rolling, baby. Let's go.
First and foremost, I just want to say I'm very grateful to be here, and I'm very grateful to be working with all these fantastic creators. I follow Movie Matrix. I follow The Suit Up. I follow all of us. And guys, I got to say, I am very happy to be here. I'm very happy for this collaboration. I'm very happy to just collaborate and talk and talk about all superhero movies. It's fantastic. Now, back in 2018, I started Geekly Goods as a space for nerds to thrive, to talk geek, to talk everything that we're talking right now, like just to really embed our passions into our content. And I gotta say, I got the best team in the world, so I am very excited about this chat. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. And I gotta say, my first superhero movie that just like really got me was Spawn, and then right after that, Spider-Man. Oh my God, like that was the first time I cracked open a comic book. Was that very first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I had to go get my hands on the Amazing Spider-Man series. After that, I read 1 through 700, and I have been a lover of comic book films ever since. When the Avengers came out, I was there, front row seat, ready to go. I was definitely prepared to pick Endgame or Infinity War, both taken. I was very ready to pick Into the Spider-Verse. When I heard that one, I lost it, Todd. So that's all you, man. And then I hear Logan, and I'm just like, I'm crying right now. I'm number 8, and I don't know where to go. But we're going to start this off with Spider-Man 2. Definitely my favorite out of the Spider-Man trilogy. I mean, let's be real here. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock was absolute perfection. And I know a lot of people on Geekly Goods are like, we knew you were going to pick it. Yes, Spider-Man 2 is phenomenal. That train scene transcends time. I mean, you go back and watch that now, and you see when he stops the train and the entire crowd just lifts him up, gives him his mask back. Nobody's got their phones out. Nobody's taking pictures. They just love their hero. And I love Spider-Man 2 because I can sort of relate to his story. So I absolutely love Spider-Man 2. Definitely my pick. I'm super heated that Logan and Into the Spider-Verse are gone already, and Infinity War, because, man, I was hyped at those premieres. Love Endgame, but let me tell you, the last 30 minutes was the best part of Endgame. I want to say the first hour and a half, but, man, once we got to Cap getting Mjolnir, I know I'm not the only one here who screamed at the top of their lungs at the theater, guys. So I'm definitely going Spider-Man 2. Super excited. I hope I get the first Spider-Man, but probably not. I'm number 8.
Spider-Man 2 is off.
I might take it.
Let's move on to my man, Ruzzer. Coyle, he's one of my oldest friends. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. So comic books were kind of just a big part. I hated reading when I was little. So being able to kind of pick up a comic and start to get into reading was my way of like reading. It's kind of the only way that I was reading. So comic books are a big part of my life just because of that. And then seeing the pictures and then watching them actually come to life was just a big thing for me. That kind of, seeing these characters kind of come to life really kind of just changed the way you kind of look at movies and see movies in a different light. So with that, the first comic book I kind of really got into was Spider-Man, so I'm going to follow within a Spider-Man as well. And I'm going to go with what I think is my favorite Spider-Man, which is going to be Spider-Man Far From Home.
Nice.
Dang it.
What?
Nice.
No.
You gave me a heart attack for a second.
All right, Spider-Man Far From Home is off the board. Oh, man. That was
a great choice.
Such a good villain. Gosh.
So good.
Great choice. I love Mysterio.
Maybe
Mysterio was amazing. That was literally right out of the comic book.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
That
Jake
scene of
Gyllenhaal
Michael
was
Keaton
amazing.
and Peter Parker in that car was is hands down one of my low key favorite moments. All right. Oh no, we're talking about Far From Home. My bad. Let's talk about.
I was just staring at you, just
Okay,
like,
they blend together after a while.
No, they
I mean,
don't.
No, we don't listen to Amanda.
they don't blend
sorry.
together.
Listen to me.
Gosh.
No
Let's move on.
bueno.
Let's move on. Let's keep it rolling. AJ, how you doing, dude?
What's up? What's up? Well, I'm a writer for Geek Fix. I'm a writer for Geeks 5 Nation. I'm a writer for Movie Matrix. I do a podcast with Big Daddy over here.
Ryan almost
You can
choked.
basically find me anywhere. The reason why I got into comic books, comic book movies, is not even because of the comics. It's because of the cartoons. I used to stay up until like 4 a.m. watching Super Friends on Boomerang. 2 a.m. just watching anime and just everything basically, and that's what got me into like comics and manga and all of that. My favorite superhero is Batman or Spider-Man. Doesn't matter. There's no order between the two. But
Come on, AJ. Say it.
I think I'm going to choose. I'm gonna choose an animated movie because animation is part of my life, big time. And I'm choosing Dark Knight Returns, Part 1.
Love it.
No, Part 2. Sorry, Part 2. And because of that, you just see Batman old, just grizzled, and just tired, and you can just feel everything that he feels. The chemistry between Batman and Robin, I thought it was incredible. The entire story, having the young versus the old, experience versus the inexperience, I thought it was just a great way to show Batman in a new way. And hopefully we will be able to see that in the DCEU.
Yep.
So I'm picking Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
Make sure you follow AJ on Twitter at AJ_Geek5s. Next up, we got my man Chad. How you doing, Chad?
Good, good. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me
we're
better?
good.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, for me, the reason why, I mean, obviously superheroes and comic book movies are my personal favorite kind of films, like all films, but those sit highest on the list. And I mean, it's just, you got these people with all these best abilities, but they're also, like, they all go through stuff that we go through. You know what I mean? So I think it's, like, nice to see that someone with so much power can feel so human like we do. All you guys took my favorite movies, but luckily you left the one that I wasn't going to get picked, and it's my personal favorite character from the MCU. I've always been a huge Thor fan, and I love Thor Ragnarok so much because it really reinvented the character, and it showed Chris Hemsworth his strength. He's one of the funniest dudes in the MCU, and they finally played to that because of Taika Waititi. And then you add Hulk into it, and him and Mark Ruffalo together were perfect. So I'm going with Thor Ragnarok. That's one of my favorite comic book movies ever.
Well done.
The comedy in that movie was just perfection, man.
So unique.
That movie's amazing.
Stamp on it.
Yeah, like Thor and Loki in that movie just play off each other so well. Amazing chemistry. The color palette is good.
Yeah.
Damn, that was my next pick.
Tessa Thompson killed it in that movie. Like, that's just such a great movie. So that's my pick.
Awesome. Make sure you follow Chad on Twitter at HershC14. All right, so guys, we have a decision to make. Sean is not here, so we need to kind of make a collective decision on his film of choice. Within 30 seconds, can we all kind of group together and think of a movie that? All right, so Todd thinks it's Man of Steel. Anyone?
Also,
Man of Steel.
That's
Superman
cool
4.
I guess.
Yeah,
God.
Man of Steel works.
Superman 4.
Yeah, let's go with Superman 4, guys.
You should pick something that none of us want. So
I do Man of
just pick
Steel. That's a
Superman
good
4.
choice.
I want a Man of Steel, but okay.
We can make him do Batman and Robin.
Yeah, there it is.
Sorry,
No,
AJ.
you guys have to check
It's okay.
Whatever anyone wants. I'm just saying.
That's
Make
fine.
It easier.
You would have
Wow,
chosen.
giving
I don't
away
know.
people's picks, Manda. Jeez.
No, I'm just saying whatever anyone wants. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna mute
Superman
myself.
4. Superman 4.
John would have picked
uh,
that. I'm telling you,
right.
John would have picked it. That's his favorite. I've seen it many times. So it's
Sean has
still
the
fairly fair.
Sean has the next pick. So what should we do with the next one, man? Any idea, Todd?
Wait. Is Man of Steel for sure off the board? You got
Man of
that one?
Steel is off the board. Yep.
His next one. I don't know what his next one would be. Todd, do you?
Does he like X-Men?
He's never talked about it. Never talked about X-Men and us. Yeah, that's tough.
Okay, there we go.
Can't decide. It'll be Fantastic Four.
Want to watch this?
The first one. The OG.
No, we have to do Fan Force Stick so that way.
No,
All of them are bad.
Chad is saying something. Hold on. We're trying to figure out what Sean may have picked. That we don't have to deal with him for a while.
Snyder fan. So do you want to give him Watchmen as his next one?
That's a good
Sure.
one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Good choice, Chad.
Give him Watchmen.
Yeah, I don't know exactly all of his, but that sounds fair.
Watchmen?
And I don't
So
care.
Man of Steel? Man of Steel?
We're giving him Watchmen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Watchmen and Man of Steel are off the board.
Watchmen
Zack Snyder for
and
life.
Steel are officially off the board.
Oof.
And we are now rolling into round 2. So
No.
do this. Chad, you're up, man. Let's
Goes
go.
back to me.
It's stressful.
Actually, all right. So my next one, you're gonna be able to tell that I really like comedy with my picks. And this next person, I feel like, aside from Robert Downey Jr., is the most perfectly cast person as a superhero comic character ever. I'm going with Deadpool as my next pick.
Oh, good choice, man.
Ryan Reynolds, man, you can't go wrong. He is perfect as Wade Wilson. Like that character was written for him and shit. Like it seems like it.
All right, Deadpool is off the list, man. Just
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, real quick, I was having problems and somebody called me. What was Chad's first pick? Because my phone like tweaked out.
Thor Ragnarok, wasn't it?
Ah, nice.
Thor-
All right, cool.
Thor Ragnarok, and then it was Man of Steel by Sean. The next pick by Sean was Watchmen, and then Chad just picked Deadpool.
Thank you, sir.
You got it, bro. And then we got AJ. Go ahead, dude.
Well, Chad took mine. I was going to
Damn.
pick Deadpool to piss Amanda off.
What?
But I'm going to choose X-Men Days of Future Past.
That's what I was going
Come
for, man.
on. Yeah, you guys should have known that was going to be picked before you guys were going to come up.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Okay. Damn it.
You mad, Amanda?
Yeah, I am. I am.
AJ, you're doing a good job, bud.
Passes off the board. Holy shit.
Damn.
That was a great choice, man.
Yeah.
Super underrated movie. All right, let's go on to my man Quill. You're up, dude.
So this was between two. And I think I'm going to go with a movie. Yeah, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with a graphic novel, which is going to be V for Vendetta.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Spicy. I
Nice
like
pick.
it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Man, I think I got to add that to my list. Good job.
That was like number 5 on my list.
Nice pick. Dang it.
Nice.
Super Vendetta, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I had that really high on my end. While I update the list, we've got you, man. Go ahead, Leo.
All right, so for my pick, I'm going outside of Marvel and DC, stepping out of that as well for this pick, and I am going with The Incredibles.
Fuck
I mean,
you.
what an amazing movie. The animation still holds up to this day. The voice acting is amazing. You bring Samuel L. Jackson in as Frozone. I mean, that was just an amazing movie. The first one was super awesome. I liked the villain in that movie. I love Pixar animation, anything pretty much. That and Coco are my two top. So I had to go Incredibles. And Mr. Crockpot, I knew I took one of your choices, my guy. You did it to me, man. So-
I'm pissed at you.
Literally,
That's
my
the first
favorite
one
movie
where
of
I
all
was
time.
real mad. So you gotta be back, these two, Leo.
Yeah, Pixar Nerd Studio. I'm sure you were pretty upset, Isaac.
Now we're just pissing each other off at this point.
At least I can do Incredibles 2, right?
No.
Well done.
Dang it.
That's still on the board.
Great pick. Great pick. All right. So that was literally my choice. One of my favorite movies of all time. I am going to go with a movie that I will call more rewatchable than The Dark Knight. It kind of just blew everyone's mind at the time. And I'm going to go with Batman Begins, the score, Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, everyone. I can't believe that this movie is still on the board. And I think it's probably the best
I agree.
right here. I will say
I agree.
Batman Begins is my new hope. You know, it's not as good as Empire Strikes Back, but it's not as good as Dark Knight. However, I will rewatch Batman Begins the shit out of The Dark Knight as I will with New Hope over Empire Strikes Back. I'm going with Batman Begins.
Wait, you would watch Batman Begins first before Dark Knight, is what you're saying? Like going back to rewatch?
That's how you're supposed to watch it. First one, second one, third one. Leo, gosh.
No.
Watch
We
it
skip
backwards.
that first one. Go straight to Dark Knight, dog.
All right, next up, we got my man Todd. Go ahead, dude.
Well, you know what this is going to be? Guardians of the Galaxy. I've said through this whole thing that this has been my favorite movie. It just struck with me so much. The music, James Gunn. I have an artist background, and I love how he does his colors and everything that dude did for that movie hit perfect for me. Nothing's ever surpassed it yet as far as comic book movies. So, I'm super happy to get it because I was going to pick it first anyways. So, it just changed it for me. This is the one movie I swear I must have seen it 12 times in the theaters just to kind of half the fun. And I've never seen a movie more than maybe twice, 3 if it's major. But this was just something I enjoyed the experience watching people, every person, family, older people, middle range, everybody loved this movie and laughing and it's just with, like I said, with the music is for me, that's a huge part of my life. I just adore music. So that's an easy pick for me. So easy. I'm happy to have it because I think it's going to do well.
I'm so happy you got that movie because I know how much you love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it is.
It's destiny. All right, let's move on to Ryan. Go ahead, Big Daddy.
First off, can you guys hear me? Because I accidentally tripped over my cord when you guys were talking.
Yes, unfortunately, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, I appreciate you too, Amanda. Bro! Okay, so I didn't really express why I love comic book movies. I was too hyped to really start picking on people. But comic book have been they're my childhood pretty much. They told me that I can be anything I want to be. They told me to not listen to fucking people. So screw it. Do what you want. That's what comic books do. They inspire you. Hell yeah. Aww. Leo, I was gonna pick Spider-Man 2 just to mess with you, but I wanted you to have that. And Todd, I was gonna choose Guardians, but I appreciate the fuck out of you, man. I appreciate the fuck out of you. And AJ, you gave me a lot to think about with the new animated movie bullshit. But you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here since Leo want to put Spider-Man 2. No one want to put Spider-Man 1 yet. But I'm gonna go with the more superior Spider-Man film, which is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Wow!
So
here we go.
Hold back. I'm telling you guys straight facts. I'm sorry, but Tom Holland just theoretically beats out Maguire and whatever the second dude's name is. But all I'm gonna tell you,
Andrew Garfield, bro.
Come on, man.
The cat Garfield, yeah, him. but like I was saying, bro, dude, this is the definitive Spider-Man film. Spider-Verse is a close second. I'll give you that. Spider-Verse
Okay,
is a
you
close
guys
second.
push that around.
It's a close second. AJ, please shush. You're supposed to be on my team, pal. You're supposed to be on my team.
Homecoming is not better than 2, my guy. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry.
Far From Home is better
but
than 2.
The quote-unquote villain of Homecoming was far more relatable than most of the other villains. I'm sorry, but a father trying to support his family and doing anything he can just to make sure they live the best life they can. Come on, how the fuck does that not resonate with some of you? I get it if you're not a parent, but like I know it hits with some of you parents. You'd be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck who I'm trying to mess with. I would do this for my parents. He gets screwed over by the government. He gets screwed over by Tony Stark, and he doesn't want to kill Spider-Man at first, like most of the people, with the exception of the tentacle fucker looker one. But dude, Michael Keaton plays the shit out of the Vulture. I won't lie, when they announced the Vulture as the villain, I was super skeptical because I never found him to be like very menacing. But towards the end, going into the third act, when he finally figures out Peter's Spider-Man and he has that whole gun thing, like, Peter, I don't want you to hurt my daughter. You better fuck off before I kill you. Bro, come on. That scene gave me chills. I'm like, bro, this is like my worst fucking nightmare right here, is going on a date and the father being like, he's gonna kill me? Like, come on, bro. And it doesn't help. This is more with Spider-Man Far From Home, but like the web swinging and his just combat was on point. Everything was just so fluent, and it really shows a kid trying to. I'm not that drunk. I'm not that drunk. And the fact, bro, you guys are coming at me from all angles right now. I feel like I'm coming. But you know what?
I'm agreeing with you right
Spider-Man
now.
Homecoming is the definitive Peter/Spider-Man. I rest my case. Come at me, Amanda. Come at me, AJ.
I gotta
Come at
say,
me, Leo.
I gotta say, real
First of all,
quick,
I agree with you.
You had a really
I
good
agree with
point
you.
with Homecoming. You had a really good point with Homecoming. I mean, going into this movie, I think we all were like, is Vulture going to be a good villain? Because you guys remember Vulture from the comics. He's bald. He's like, but like the way that he personified this version
I got
of
scared when Leo
Vulture
did that.
was
That's scary.
amazing. Yeah, when they made the Vulture announcement, I was like, really? The cheesy Vulture we got from those early comics? But man, they did an excellent job. And Michael
Wait,
Keaton was
going
great.
on that, Leo, this is proof that you don't have to go exactly at the comics like people want.
It is. You're
True.
right. You can modernize and you
Oh,
can make things
Mysterio,
better.
too.
All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, guys. Mute. We're moving on to Isaac, my man at Pixar Nerd Studios. How you doing, Isaac?
Let's see. I have multiple on my list that I'm making sure no one took already. Okay, good.
Delete some of these shit.
Okay. I'm going with Spider-Man 1.
Nice.
Okay. Because
Snap.
I can delete that now. I can delete that.
you can delete Spider-Man 1 now, Ryan. And Leo, this is just because you took Spider-Man 2. Okay.
Oh shit.
Spider-Man.
I wanted to have full Spider-Man.
is off the board. Wow, we're Spider-Man run is real, man.
Willem Dafoe in that
classic.
movie is amazing. Okay,
Mhm.
he makes that movie.
Fantastic.
That's a good goblin.
Top notch.
Mhm.
All right, let's move on to Loretto. Go ahead, dude.
I'm so torn right now. I thought for sure Incredibles was going to come back to me, but good job, Leo. Shit. Not gonna lie, I'm going for a loop here, but I wanted to have some variety for my grouping. I'm very tempted to go MCU again, but I'm gonna turn left. I'm gonna go with Batman Returns.
Nice.
Nice.
Fucking Danny DeVito was perfect as the Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer was crazy as Catwoman, and cinematically, Tim Burton's vision for Batman was fucking awesome. His gothic look complements it perfectly, and I think Batman Returns is really underrated. Not enough people talk about it, so.
Batman Returns is off the list.
That's one of my favorite Batman, so I love that pick.
That's awesome.
All right, go ahead, Amanda.
Oh man. So I'm actually scared to say this one because I know sorry that people are gonna get really annoyed with me.
Let's go.
I'm already annoyed with you. Come on.
Let's see it.
So ever since 2015, when I saw the first trailer at SDCC, I went on this journey with DC, and I really love this film. I love what Zack Snyder did with it. I love what Zack Snyder did with Batman.
Yes.
And I love Ben Affleck as Batman and Bruce Wayne. So I am choosing Batman versus Superman, the Ultimate Edition, not the theatrical.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going with.
Ultimate,
yes.
So I loved it.
2015. It
It's
was
actually
2016.
no, 2015 is when they went to SCCC, and then it was released in 2016.
Fine. You get all versions. You get all versions.
Just saying. I love it. I love it so much. And like I watch it as many times as I can because I miss Ben Affleck as Batman. So that's my choice.
Dad flick.
BBS.
Dad flick.
BBS is off the board. Go ahead, Gabriel.
All right. So I'm surprised none of these movies have been picked because they're some of my favorites. Because I'm picking two, right? So the first one is X-Men 2.
Nice.
So, which is,
Nice.
I just it's perfect. I don't think there's anything wrong with that movie. That has some really strong character work. And after having the first movie setting up the conflict and all the allegories that we all know about that were put into those films, it's just the second movie just went all in, and it has a fantastic villain, probably the best villain in the X-Men movies after Magneto, I guess. So X2 for sure. And my second pick is a movie that probably many of you don't like as much, but I think it's really good, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a great one.
I think it has the best character work in all the MCU. Like every single one of the Guardians has a character arc. They're all relevant. It's about sisters, and it's about dealing with terrible parents, and realizing that you're a rare person that you think you are. So it's I love it. So that's my pick.
That is definitely an underrated MCU movie. All right, go ahead, Amanda.
Oh damn. Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
You don't have any
Right back at you.
She's sorry.
Okay.
She's sorry, mate.
I'm Canadian. Leave me alone. Okay. I'm gonna go with Ant-Man because I think he's super underrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Paul Rudd is incredible. He's really funny. I thought it had the best humor in the MCU.
Luis is one of the best sidekicks.
Yes, he's amazing. What I really love about Ant-Man though is that they show a very different family dynamic, which is not normally shown. And I love the father-daughter relationship, which is also not commonly shown. There's always, they're at odds. There's conflict. And I'm really close to my own dad, so it was really nice to kind of see that on screen. The action's amazing. Peyton Reed really showed the difference in sizes, and he played around with that, which is awesome. And I do think it's going to be one of the most consistent trilogies in the MCU. So I'm really excited for the third one. So yeah.
All right, here we go. So Loretto knows exactly what movie I want to go with next, and I'm like freaking out completely. Go ahead, Lo.
All right, so I passed on a couple of ones I really wanted, but I gotta go with my favorite superhero. I'm going Spider-Man 1. It paved the way for everything that's happened since MCU started, man.
But somebody
Sorry, dude.
Someone already.
Sorry, Lo. Isaac took it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh fuck! I'm fucking shook.
My guy, I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Fuck. Hold up.
Go ahead.
Is he on my team?
Oh, Papito.
I'm so mad, but you know what? It's all right. I'll go with the original X-Men.
Okay.
Those are my favorite group of heroes.
X2 was
okay.
Ian McKellen. Wait, what?
No, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah, it was X2 and Days of Future Past earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, Professor Xavier. I mean, Patrick Stewart was perfect. Ian McKellen was amazing as Magneto. I didn't care for the biker outfits, but for the most part, they really captured the spirit of the X-Men. It was wonderful, man. And yeah, X-Men, year 2000.
Right? You chose first class?
Great.
No, I think this.
No, the very, very first. Very.
Okay.
Oh, and Halle Berry is Storm.
The best. All right, X-Men is off the board. This is where it's going to get really, really fun. Go ahead, Isaac.
Captain America Civil War.
Civil War.
Okay.
Hold on.
Very nice.
Pulling out the big guns now. Okay. First introduction of MCU Spidey. Crossover between Ant-Man and just bringing him into everybody else to introduce him to the Avengers, set up all the Endgame stuff. And it was just fun to see all the characters not in an Avengers movie, even though it felt like an Avengers movie.
It was. Because
Yeah, it was pretty much.
It was Avengers 2.5.
Yeah, right.
Ultron was terrible, so they had to kind of.
They had to.
This is when
Yeah,
the Russo
Ultron
brothers.
Take, sorry, but yeah.
Ultron was horrible.
Sorry.
This is when the Russo brothers cemented themselves as the biggest game changer in all of the MCU. The Russo brothers, man, just
Yes.
crushed it. This is
Russo
when you
brothers.
knew. This is when you knew Infinity War and Endgame were going to be.
Yep.
All right,
Yes.
let's do it. All right, go ahead, Big Daddy.
All right, guys. So AJ kind of gave me some inspiration. I didn't think about this film before, and then it made me think about another film, but I don't know which film to go with. But I want to switch it up a little bit. I don't want to do Marvel anymore, so I'm gonna do DC. I'm gonna go with an animated film. This is my second favorite animated film, on top of Spider-Verse being my favorite. But I'm gonna go with Flashpoint Paradox, man. I'm gonna go with Flashpoint Paradox for number 3. That Flash is my favorite DC character out of all of them. I fucking love the whole storyline. I think the show did it decently well. I don't think it was fantastic, but I felt like it was fine for what it was. And I'm not going to get into the Flashpoint movie, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. But yeah, I'm going to go with Flashpoint for my number 3 pick.
Great.
That Arrowverse looked like somebody's cosplay, man. That was a bad suit. Sorry.
Great choice, man. Love that choice. I was a little nervous there because I'm an animated fan too. Go ahead, Todd.
All right, this is kind of a tough one. I'm trying to decide between 2 films and okay. I'm thinking I'm going with the original The Avengers because that movie just shaped it changed everything. Once you could do solo movies years apart or a year apart, whatever it is, and then combine with, a Norse god and Captain America, from the 40s. And it's just crazy how they brought that all together. And I thought just from the, the opening and Tom Hiddleston as Loki just nailed it. I mean, it's one of the funnest movies I've ever watched in my life, and so I'm going to go with the original Avengers for me.
Great choice, dude.
Thanks.
Choice. Oh man, I'm stuck between 3 choices here, and I don't know where to go. I'm trying to get a read of where Leo, Coyle, AJ, and Chad could go. Maybe I can get one of these 3 back. I'm dying. I gotta stay to my blood, and my blood is DC Comics, and I'm gonna go with my girl Patty Jenkins, and it just absolutely destroyed this DCU at the time. This was a time when the DCU was dead. Suicide Squad, BVS, you name it. Patty Jenkins literally resurfaced the DCU at the time, and that No Man's Land scene, the soundtrack by Hans Zimmer with Wonder Woman is my choice. I'm going with Wonder Woman. Go ahead, Leo.
It's a great choice.
Man, for real, man. For real, Mr. Crockpot. That's how we gonna play it tonight. Because that was my pick. I was like, I'm going with Wonder Woman. I'm ready to talk about it. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. This is very obscure, but this movie is kind of close to my heart because I saw it 5 times in movie theaters, and I just loved every single viewing. I still watch it to this day. I don't really like too many video game movies, but this one was absolute blast, and I'm going with Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Nice.
It was just so. I knew Loretto had it on his list, and I was like, I gotta get it before him because I love this movie. I mean, the music in it is phenomenal. The acting is great. You got Chris Evans in there. You got all kinds. Brie Larson was in it as well. You got amazing game characters, great music, great colors. It was just a phenomenal movie, and honestly, it's just one of my favorite comic book films of all time. And like I said, I was ready to go. Theater wasn't even packed, but I was ready to go that first night, and I've seen it probably over 30 times. So definitely Scott Pilgrim versus the World. If you haven't checked out the manga, it's just as fascinating. So,
Go ahead.
oh my goodness, yes. Glad I got that one.
Hey, real quick, that was a comic come to life, man. Even have the sound effects on the screen.
Yeah,
It's
man.
awesome, man.
The loading bars, like when they're fighting and stuff, the coins coming out of the characters. It was amazing. Like, mwah, flawless.
You're up, Coyle. Go ahead, dude.
I am so angry right now, beyond belief, because that was my pick. So I'm gonna go with another movie that I love, just absolutely love, because I thought it was just a little bit of a different movie, which is gonna be Sin City.
Nice. Nice.
My next pick.
It's a good one.
Sin City is off the board. We are rolling here. We're going to wrap up round 3. Go ahead, AJ. You're on mute, dude.
I'm gonna choose Snowpiercer.
Oh, my
nice.
Great choice.
Of course, everybody knows Bong Joon-ho. If you don't know, he won Best Picture for Parasite. I honestly think Snowpiercer is still his best film. You get Chris,
Evans.
Thank you. I was about to say
You're welcome.
Hemsworth. Chris Evans. This just proves that Chris Evans doesn't need the MCU. He's a good actor without the MCU, and he's continued to prove that even without Snowpiercer. But Snowpiercer by itself is just a great film. So I'm picking Snowpiercer.
Great choice. Go ahead, Chad.
Nice.
Hemsworth, or I'm sorry,
Defending
Evans is good
Jacob's
in
really
that.
good.
I was just gonna say Defending Jacob. That is so good.
Very
man.
good. Yeah.
Acting chops.
Knives Out.
All right, Chad, you got a pick
He's
here.
in
Go ahead,
Knives Out.
dude.
Great in Knives Out. All right. This is honestly one of the very first comic characters I ever watched, and I know Mahershala Ali's gonna do great, but I gotta go Blade 2 because Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Good pick, dude. That was my sleeper.
So Blade 2 is my pick.
Blade 2 is off the board. All right. I love it.
Well done, sir. Well done.
We need to pick back-to-back picks for Sean here. Does anyone have a recommendation?
Superman 4.
You, Todd.
Superman 4.
Iron Man?
Don't take Iron Man. No, I'm not allowing that.
Yeah, no. Don't let him take a good one.
I have it on my list. Take Justice League.
Okay.
What do you mean? Justice League didn't
Get him
come out
Suicide
yet.
Justice League.
Justice League didn't come out yet.
Amanda, it came out.
No, that's true. Zack Snyder's Justice
Didn't
League.
come
That's the
out
real
yet.
Justice League right there.
Sorry.
Justice League came out. You got
That's the real Justice League.
Amanda, the first thing to do is to just deal with it, okay?
No,
You have to
I
accept the
did.
truth.
I did deal with
Accept
it,
the
and
truth.
now I'm
Deal
moving
with it.
on, and I'm waiting for the real one.
No, you're in the denial phase right now.
I've
You're in
denied
the
it for years,
All right.
and now we're
What are we
getting the real
doing?
one. So no.
Here's 2 picks, Todd.
We have 2 picks for Sean. Yeah.
So for punishment,
Iron Man,
Superman. I was saying give him Justice League.
Yes.
Justice League is off the board.
Aquaman,
Yeah,
like Aquaman.
Aquaman's fine.
Aquaman's good. Yeah.
Aquaman, boom.
Take it. Take it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I love how everyone's like, yeah, Aquaman. Okay.
I love Aquaman.
It was great.
I loved Aquaman.
It was
Day
good.
one
It
was
good.
awesome. It was great.
I thought it was a very fun movie to watch.
We loved Aquaman.
It was strong. Hey.
Hey, I'm just saying, that's all you guys. That's all you. I was.
I watched
You know
it
Age of Ultron?
and had a great
Iron Man
time.
3.
Wait, so is Aquaman official?
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Yes.
Iron Man 3 is good. That was one of my picks, but it's
All right.
strong. So
We're giving Sean.
Official?
We're giving Sean Justice League and Aquaman. You are up,
Yeah.
Chad. Go ahead, man.
oh, okay, cool.
Wait, who? Oh, Chad's up. Sorry. I thought you said Todd.
Sorry, man. Chad, you're up.
All my other favorite X-Men take. I'm going with X-Men First Class for my next.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. I like McAvoy and Fassbender. I thought they were great additions.
All the time.
First Class is off the board. You're up, AJ.
Sorry, I'm going to choose Black Panther.
Damn.
Ryan Coogler, incredible director. Chadwick Boseman was incredible
movie's
as Black
great.
Panther. The greatness of Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Perfection. If you want to say best villains in just superhero comic book movies as a whole,
Jeez.
Killmonger is on that list. Top
Mhm.
5, top 3, whatever you want to pick. He is up there, along with Heath Ledger's Joker and Thanos and Darth Vader.
Well done, sir. Well done. We got Black Panther off the board. You're up, Coyle.
So I have it on my list. I didn't delete it. I don't know if it's been. Is the original Iron Man still on the board?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm going with
Nice,
Iron Man.
dude.
I didn't. I thought that was a mistake on my part that I just didn't delete it. Yeah, the original Iron Man, great. That held me, so I'm taking it.
Nice.
Iron Man is off the board.
Oh.
Go ahead, Leo.
Oh man, so I had X-Men First Class on deck. I had Iron Man on deck. Man, Homecoming and Far From Home are both gone, aren't they?
Yep. Sucks for you.
Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll have to swing around to DC at this point.
Oh,
Don't do Shazam.
don't do it.
I'm
Don't do
going.
Shazam.
Don't do Shazam.
Do it. Do Shazam. Do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it,
All
Leo.
right, so I have 2 on the plate right now. I've got
Shazam.
Shazam.
Do not do Birds of Prey. Do not do Birds of Prey.
Take it.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Amanda and Isaac. I gotta go Shazam.
Let's go.
I mean, like literally, I have been reading those comics since I've been like 7 years old. They're amazing. I love the Marvel family. I liked the Shazam family. To all the people that didn't like it, sorry, whatever. I thought they're amazing. All their colors together. I mean, just this entire movie was fun to me. I loved Zach Levi as Shazam, and I love Billy Batson. I mean, I love that dynamic. And I like that cool little tease of Superman at the end. So I gotta go Shazam. I thought it was fun. I thought it was super entertaining. Sorry, Amanda. Sorry, Isaac. But I had to nab that one. That was definitely the
disrespect.
Well,
mean,
that empties my list a bit more, but
It's
have
fine.
some
Someone
other
chose BVS, so they're instantly gonna lose.
You two. Leave.
All right, I'm up.
Rude. How do
BBS
can I delete someone else? How do I delete someone from the group?
Here, let's see if
You can't take my joke.
Can I actually?
You can mute them
I'm
if you
gonna
want.
mute Ryan because he's annoying. So.
All right, so
Bye.
in that mute.
She'll never hear what my next pick is because it'll definitely piss her off.
all right, so I'm up, and I am just stunned that I've gotten these movies to fall to me. So far, I've got Logan, Batman Begins, Wonder Woman, and I'm going with my favorite director of all time, and it's probably the most creative, I mean, arguably creative comic book movie of all time. I'm going with Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy 2 is, I'm blown to pieces why that movie is still on the board. Hellboy 2 is absolutely incredible. There are way too many feels in this movie that I'm going with Hellboy 2. Man, I feel like I'm rolling. I thought I had a late pick. I feel like I'm in the lead. Go ahead, Todd.
Todd, you're on mute, pal.
No, I know. I'm laughing at that pick. Sorry. No, I'm just joking. That was good. All right. I'm going to go with my man, Christopher Reeve in Superman, the movie. Obvious choice. I mean, it started everything for me. Everyone, hey, you can believe a man can fly. And that was, for me as a kid, man, it was sick. And like I said, Christopher Reeve is the GOAT. I don't care what anybody says. I love Henry Cavill. I love all the other people that have played Superman for the most part, but Reeve is just in a class that Superman, like Chad said, or Deadpool, is Ryan Reynolds, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. There are some people that just for me, and I was a huge fan of Cavill. Once he got hired, I'm thinking this is the guy, and I still think he is. I love him for the modern times, but going back, Superman the movie, man, just think of the score.
Yeah.
Come on, John Williams.
John Williams.
Win on its
John
own.
Williams is better.
So, yeah, no, but so that's what I'm going with.
Love it. All right,
Yeah,
Superman
John
is
Williams
off
is
the board.
the OG.
1978 Superman is off the board. Let's keep it rolling. Go ahead, Big Daddy.
All right, so I'm kind of with the Chad for choosing Blade too. I got to get over myself though. But you know what? I'm gonna roll up with Todd. I'm gonna go say Man of Steel, man. Man of Steel number 4. I love Man of Steel. I know the ending is a bit controversial for people. It's not as controversial for me.
We gave Sean Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was taken because
Yeah,
that would have been my pick.
Taken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
if
been
you
taken,
listened, you
bro.
would have known.
Sorry,
so-
man.
Keep up, dog.
Blame
Keep up.
Amanda.
That was
Blame
in the
Amanda
first
for
round.
that one.
That was in the first
No,
round.
I'm definitely
Hey,
blocking.
Don't
I'm blocking
blame
Amanda
me.
after this.
I was help. Go ahead. It's better for me. I don't just.
All right, we need another one. Man of Steel's gone.
Man of Steel's gone. Shazam's gone. Wonder
Shots
Woman's
fired.
gone.
Yeah, you gotta pay
Aquaman's
attention,
gone.
Ryan. Like, pay attention. Like,
My favorite movie, Justice League, is gone. Fuck am I gonna do now? I chose.
Dude,
I have to
Dude, you should
take
put
it
your
out.
second favorite fan 4 stick, guy. Gosh.
take it. Josh
Fan
Trank
4-6.
was pro.
Fan 4-6 got its own little arena. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the original Blade. I'm gonna go with the original Blade.
Nice.
I really love the Blade character. Mahershala Ali's fucking perfect. But dude, the
Wesley
first
Snipes.
Blade, I think it was the first rated R super comic book movie film. But yeah, dude, the first one's great. Kind of sketchy CGI, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yo, that was Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is a man. Too bad he got into some bad shit.
All right. Next up, we have Isaac. Go ahead, dude.
Let's see. Get through here.
Now it's hard, man.
Gonna get rid of my old picks real fast. Okay. Are we allowed to do anime? Just wondering.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay. One Punch
There
Man.
was manga before, right?
We're doing One Punch Man, guys.
Movie?
It's a TV show, so I mean, you guys said adaptions, but does it have to be an adaptation, a TV adaptation, or a movie adaptation?
A comic book source, graphic novel source adaptation.
Okay, yeah. One Punch Man. Read all the mangas. The anime adapts it perfectly. It's great.
What's your choice?
One Punch Man.
All right. One Punch Man is off the board. All
Right,
right.
I think isn't that a series? Is it a series or are we only doing movies? Sorry, just to clarify, just so I know.
All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things here.
Well, I mean, if you guys want me to change it, I can.
Yeah, let's do the movies because One Punch is a series.
Okay.
Yeah. One Punch is a good
Sorry,
series.
I had to throw that in, man. I'm
Leo,
confused.
you hate me
I'm
tonight.
confused. I don't hate you, bro. I don't hate you. I just picked
Savage.
Incredibles and Shazam. That's all.
That's what I was gonna say.
A
Like your
straight
name is Pixar
savage.
Nerd Studios, and you haven't picked Incredibles 2.
Actually, that was what. Yeah,
Dang
I'm
it.
gonna go with. I'm gonna take Incredibles 2 now.
There it is.
Okay, I watched it
As you
opening
should.
night in a drive-through theater. Okay,
Oh,
drive-in. I watched it in the Fort Collins drive-in theater, and I was blown away. Okay, I know some people don't like it. I love it. I bought the Blu-ray as soon as it came out. It's just, it's worthy of being the sequel. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still pretty good.
I agree with that. Actually. I agree.
All right.
Jack for life.
Incredibles 2 is off the board. My man, how you doing, Lo? Let's do it.
I'm stressed out, man. Fucking this whole round was like, oh, my
Okay,
pick's gone, oh, my pick's
so-
gone. So,
yeah.
I have no
Um,
picks left. Gosh.
so I'm thinking about Damon Wayans and Blank Man, but I don't know if it's strong enough. Just kidding, just kidding. I love Blank Man. I'm being dead serious. I love Blank Man.
Oh, that's
you
a
guys should watch
throwback
it,
right
yeah,
there.
It's hilarious. You know what? Because Leo took Incredibles from me. I did want a lot more diversity in my picks. I wanted to broaden my audience of who. I'm also trying to think about what people like. So it's super underrated in my opinion, but I think it's a strong choice. It's visually beautiful. It hit me in the feels. I'm going with Big Hero 6.
Nice. Love
I completely
that.
forgot that that's a
Nice.
comic book movie.
San Francisco is such a cool concept. Seeing the Golden Gate Bridge and it's all it's all like Oriental, and then a little bit of Tokyo and San Fran, so cool. I'm from the Bay Area, California, so that speaks to me. And I love Baymax, man. La 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 la.
Amanda, you're up. Go ahead.
Awesome.
Don't do it.
So I am going to take Birds of Prey.
Okay,
Nice.
Because women. And
Fine.
no, the action was so great. I absolutely love my Black Canary. I love her so much. She kicked ass. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got emotional watching it because of like all these women coming together and just fighting, and it was just amazing. And Margot Robbie is brilliant as Harley Quinn. I had so much fun. It was a good story, and I can watch that over and over again. Kathy Ann did a great job, and the soundtrack, fire.
So good.
Like amazing. All the picks, so good. It's just a blasty blast. I love it. So yeah, Birds of Prey.
Love it. That's a great choice.
Tag my pick like that. Go ahead then.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Gabrielle. Let's do it.
All right. I'm pretty sure nobody's picked this movie, and I think it's because everybody forgot about it. But Deadpool 2.
Okay, good.
Fair.
It's not my
Right? Nobody's picked it, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, no one said it.
Nope.
Well, that's crazy because it's a hell of a movie. I think most
It's
people
better
would
than the
agree.
first
It's just as good, if not better, in some ways than the first one. It has a lot of great new characters, and it just flows really well. And in my opinion, it's better on rewatch than the first one. So I really love it. That's the first, and I get the second one, right?
Yep,
So the second one's not a superhero movie, but it is based on a comic book, and it's it was you guys have picked most of my the picks that I had. So I'm picking A History of Violence.
Nice.
Which is a fantastic movie. Remember, it's based on a graphic novel. It's amazing. It's David Cronenberg's one of his best recent-ish film. I think it was released in 2005, but it's still somewhat recent for the amount of movies that he's made since. So it's a hell of a movie. It's got great performances, and I absolutely love it. So.
All right. Nicely done. Amanda, you're up next.
You're on mute.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're El Niñito.
All right, sorry. Is it my last pick?
This is
Yeah.
your last pick. We are in the last round, man.
Oh,
We made
it. You guys are gonna judge me again, and I really don't care.
I'm gonna judge you. I'm always
Shut
gonna judge you.
up, Ryan. I swear. I'm gonna pick Venom because it was so much fun. I loved it.
You can have it. You can have it. It's all yours.
You can have it.
It's all yours.
Right now.
I
Okay.
love Venom. I loved it. I'm gonna take it, and
I'm
you
gonna
know
leave.
what? A lot of people actually loved it, so I don't care. It was
Boy.
a lot of fun. Tom Hardy
How
was
dare you
awesome.
take it? How dare
It
you?
was so funny. It was such a good time, and yeah, I loved it. I can't wait for the second one. I think Andy Serkis is gonna kill it as director, and I'm so excited to see it.
Great.
So, yeah, I'll
What
take
is
Venom.
Leo doing?
All yours. All yours.
I will
Go for
take
it.
Venom.
All you.
Bro, we're good.
It's not even
This
a
is
guilty
getting good.
pleasure. Like I'll genuinely say that I love it, and like I just don't care.
I will too. Gosh,
Yeah.
Venom's a great
Sorry,
movie.
It's so good. It's so
I-
good.
I-
The critics hate
It really.
It's terrible
terrible.
fun.
It
was
really
so
garbage
fun.
fun.
It's a terrible movie.
AJ.
All right, go
I
ahead,
guess
Ro.
you're gonna be fucking hot.
Let's go.
I will come after you if you see Venom's a terrible movie.
Toretto.
It was horrible.
Real quick, it's not my pick, but would you guys consider Mallrats a comic book movie?
Ooh.
I don't care.
I would.
Yeah, sure.
It's not my pick though. I was just curious.
Okay.
But anyways, best Stan Lee cameo ever. So I'm gonna take a right turn again. I just picked Big Hero 6. I'm gonna follow it up with a more darker tale. I'm being honest. Shit. Sorry, someone's calling me. Sorry.
That's good.
Are we, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So yeah, I'm going darker. I'm going with. I need some of the Snyder cult on my side. So I'm going 300.
Nice.
Frank Miller's graphic novel.
Very good choice.
I'm gonna choose
Incredible
that.
action and everything Snyder does well. It shines in that the slow mo, the dark, the grading on the film, and Gerard Butler, man, fucking this is Sparta. It's just so much fun, man. Fucking great movie.
All right.
Leo being over dramatic again.
300 is off the list. You are up, Mr. Pixar Nerd Studios.
That's great because I don't know what I want to do now. Thanks, Amanda. Freaking pissed right now. You stole my movie.
You're so welcome.
You know, I'll do my guilty pleasure, which is Spider-Man 3. Okay.
Wow.
Yes! Nice.
Okay.
More people like it.
I
It's
dislike Venom in the movie, but it's just so corny and campy that it's
fun.
I remember I was doing a movie night with my friends, and we're just like, "What movie do you guys want to watch?" I'm like, "How about Spider-Man 2?" And they're like, "No, let's watch Spider-Man 3 so we can laugh at it." And so that's what we did that night. And
all right,
it was worth it because we were all incredibly tired, and so we were just laughing the entire time.
It's like the room of comic book movies.
I think Leo's out.
All right, Ryan, you're on.
Yeah, Leo's gone.
Ryan's up.
Are we all good? We all good? Is Leo there? I can't tell. Okay. So I'm going to consider this one of the most underrated / gorgeous comic book movies that is heavily underrated that everyone overlooked. But I'm going to go Dread 2012, bro. I'm going to go Dread 2012.
Okay.
Dude, the visual flair of that film is fucking fantastic. And Carl Urban rocks it as Dread. I always wanted a sequel towards it. But the masses, of course.
Dang it.
Right.
I just came up with a good movie and now I want to do it.
What is it?
Dread. Well, I mean, I wouldn't announce it now.
I think it's a good idea. Then someone else can take it and it's on the list.
Yeah, fine. I'll tell people.
All right.
Okay, everyone.
Let's wait for
Dread 2012 is off the list. Next up, we got Todd. Go ahead, Todd.
All right, this is getting nasty now, man. All right. Just checking out here.
Are you Wikipedia book movies?
Well, all right, how about this one? How about Men in Black?
Men in Black.
Nice.
That
That was awesome.
Wait, did that originate from a comic book?
It did.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Fuck.
It was originated from a few limited series.
Do your research, Ryan.
Awesome pick.
Thank you.
That wasn't the one I was thinking of, but I wanted. I'm so mad at myself now.
I'd be mad at myself too. Don't worry.
Who's that?
All right. I think I'm up. Yep, I'm up. Man, I am a big animation fan, and I went live action for a long time here.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go with my favorite animated Batman movie of all time, and it's something that was the greatest for me. I'm going with Batman: The Mask. Going with the what's it called? The Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah,
it's a movie that got Batman right. It was an origin film for the first time. It was a movie that blew my mind for the first time. It had that first origin Batman movie. The Joker, Mark Hamill, was just incredible at the time. So I'm gonna go with Batman: The Mask of the I can't have Leo stole The Incredibles. That was gonna be my animated movie. I'm gonna go with that tier underneath that, and that is Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. You're up, Leo.
Oh man, I'm looking at this list and I'm just like, oh my god, I've got so many cross-outs. Okay, this is out of left field, but this is kind of whittling down because man, I had 300 on my list. As soon as Loretto said 300, I was like, no, man, that was gonna round me out, but I got to come out of left field with this one, and I got to go Alita Battle Angel.
Nice.
I thought that visually it was a beautiful movie. I actually braved the winter snowstorm to go see that movie, and sitting down and putting on the 3D glasses and in IMAX was absolutely fascinating. The characters look great. Alita herself looked amazing. They took so many scenes out of the actual OVA, the original version animation, and I just thought that it was a great movie. I mean, it was action-packed. I'm hoping for a sequel. I thought Ed Norton as a villain, what a perfect role for him. Gotta go Alita Battle Angel. Fingers crossed for a sequel.
I would prefer like 6 Alita films versus like 6
Same.
Avatar films, to be perfectly honest.
Let's be
But,
real. Avatar is
like,
watched.
Avatar is like done.
Bullshit, Avatar rules. You guys are crazy.
Boring.
boring.
I'm sick of Avatar.
In the theater, you guys think about it as an old man in that theater, sitting alone, watching the 3D and the being taken away for 3 hours. That was crazy, man. I know it's
Totally
Pocahontas everyone's side, but well, anyways, I'll fight to my death for that series.
All right, we are wrapping it up here. Let's go, Coyle. What's your pick, man?
So I really want to pick a movie from my childhood, but no one's gonna know what it is. I can't. There's literally no one's gonna know what it is. It's an old Disney movie from like 1981, and I
thought you were gonna say Howard the Duck.
It's not Howard the Duck. It's even less known than that. Well, not less known. A lot of people know about that, but
Tank Girl.
I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go with Kick Ass.
Nice.
Nice.
Good one. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do before my last pick. Good choice.
What was the movie you were gonna go for? Now that it doesn't count, which one was it?
Condor Man. It's an old Disney movie. Hopefully, it comes to Disney Plus, and everyone will be.
Never heard of it.
Ooh,
I know. That's why I can't
Condor
go.
Man. That's throwing it back right there, homie.
Look it up. I think you can probably find it somewhere. If it'll be somewhere, but it's a terrible movie, but it's so good. It's so good.
All right, we're wrapping it up here. AJ, you're up, dude. Let's go.
Okay. My first thought for my last one was going to be Old Boy, but not a lot of people know that one. So I'm going to choose.
Dude, pick Old Boy.
No, I'm going to choose Joker.
Nice.
Wait, dude,
Very nice.
I just looked at the list. I'm like,
Good job, AJ.
So I'm picking the Joker because
that's a winner.
At first, nobody wanted it. Everybody was like, I don't want this. Why do we have a Joker without Batman?
Nice.
And then as soon as they released, almost everyone raved about it. It was like a 25 to 50 million on budget, and it made $1 billion. That's probably
$50 million budget, billion made.
Rated R. Like $1 billion rated R.
Either way, it's one of the most successful movies to date right now. And on the filmmaking side, Todd Phillips did a fantastic job. You don't have to like it, but I think you do have to appreciate what he did with the Joker and the world around him. I think it was fantastic.
Leo, yeah, I have something to say about that because I mean I come from like the artist background and things like that, and I saw Todd Phillips doing stuff. Go back and watch that movie and watch how many times there's like arches, like there's literally arches in almost every scene, or there's a diamond pattern. And I was going to write an article for my blog about this, and there was just not enough information about what came out, why they were thinking this. But go back and watch. You'll see it probably. 50 to 100 times of arches and diamonds, and there's all this weird, cool stuff about that movie. So I mean, man, I missed that one. Probably should have taken it before MIB, but good choice, man.
Well said, Todd. Next up, we got Chad. Let's go.
All right, for my last pick, little out of left field, I'm going with. It's based on a graphic novel, and I really like it because it gives like a unique twist. Spy genre. I'm going with Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Nice.
Yes. Holy shit! I didn't even put that on my list tonight.
Love Kingsman. That was on my list too.
Huge for a fan.
Yeah, I was on my honorable.
Best scene ever.
So good.
Great choice. Great choice. I can't believe that hasn't been picked yet. That's wild.
That church scene was epic. Oh my God.
I'm shocked Joker took this long to get. I'm gonna be honest.
True. That's true.
I'm shocked Joker.
I'm mad. I forgot about Joker.
I'm mad. I forgot the one I forgot because that's one of my favorite movies. So
forget about
just
it.
say it.
No, I'm gonna say it once everyone else gets it, so no one else can do it.
All right. Next up, we have to pick a movie for Sean. Can we just pick like Doctor Strange or something? Is that something?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange.
perfect. Let's do
Boom.
Doctor Strange.
All right, Doctor Strange for Sean.
Blade 3.
Blade
Blade Trinity. Do it.
My guy.
You do it.
That movie
All
is
right.
ridiculous.
All right, so that wraps it up. I just want to give a huge thanks to everyone from Movies Matrix, you, Todd, everyone here. Check out Movies Matrix on Twitter at Movies Matrix, and check out moviesmatrix.com for Geekly Goods. Check them out at Geekly Goods on Twitter and geeklygood.com. So what's going to happen here is we're going to put all of this shit on Twitter. You are going to vote who has the best comic book team. Not you, Amanda.
Definitely not Amanda.
Maybe we should.
Todd, choose Todd.
Stay on the lookout.
I'm
Tons of voting. Thanks for watching, guys. For everyone here, stay awesome.
I am Iron Man.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
The Force will be with you. Always.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
After this all day, what's but a smile on that face?
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
Some men just want to watch the